The origin of the Great Fire. The Great Fire of London, which began on September 2, 1666, is believed to have started in a small bakery on Pudding Lane, owned by Thomas Fariner. A spark from his oven ignited nearby wood and straw, quickly spreading through the dry, wooden buildings of the city. The fire's rapid spread was worsened by strong winds. Dry and windy conditions. The summer of 1666 had been particularly dry, creating ideal conditions for a fire to spread uncontrollably. The city of London was filled with wooden buildings, narrow streets, and thatched roofs, all of which were highly flammable. The wind exacerbated the situation by carrying embers from one structure to another, further fueling the flames. Narrow and crowded streets. London's narrow, crowded streets made it difficult for people to escape the fire or for firefighters to effectively contain it. The city had few organized firefighting resources, relying mainly on bucket brigades and water pumps, which were insufficient for such a large-scale disaster. Buildings were constructed so closely together that once one caught fire, others quickly followed. Spread of the fire. The fire spread rapidly over several days, burning through much of the central part of London. It destroyed over 87 churches, including St. Paul's Cathedral, thousands of homes, and numerous businesses. The fire raged for 4 days, finally being brought under control on September 6, but not before causing extensive damage. The role of the city's infrastructure. London's infrastructure also contributed to the fire's rapid spread. Firefighting methods were primitive, and the city's narrow lanes and densely packed buildings hindered efforts to stop the flames. Additionally, the lack of fire breaks, gaps between buildings designed to slow down fires, made it even harder to contain the blaze. The impact of the fire on the city. The Great Fire of London destroyed a large portion of the city, leaving many people homeless. Around 70,000 of London's 80,000 residents were affected. However, surprisingly, the death toll was relatively low, with only a few recorded fatalities. Many people were able to escape to the countryside or nearby areas. Aftermath and rebuilding efforts. In the aftermath of the fire, London underwent major rebuilding efforts. The disaster led to significant changes in building regulations, such as the requirement for buildings to be constructed with brick and stone instead of wood. Sir Christopher Wren was commissioned to redesign and rebuild St. Paul's Cathedral and many other churches, shaping the city's architecture for centuries to come. Public response and reforms. The fire led to public outcry and efforts to reform fire safety. The government established the first fire insurance companies and started creating more effective firefighting methods. The rebuilding also sparked innovations in urban planning, leading to wider streets and better infrastructure to prevent such widespread destruction in the future. Blame and speculation. While the official cause of the fire was determined to be the bakery, some conspiracy theories emerged at the time, blaming it on various groups, including Catholics, Dutch spies, or even the king himself. However, no evidence supported these claims, and the bakery's oven remained the most plausible cause. Long-term consequences of the fire. The Great Fire of London reshaped not only the physical city but also its social, economic, and cultural landscape. In addition to rebuilding the city, the event helped foster advancements in urban planning, public health, and fire safety, laying the groundwork for the modern City of London we know today.